friends and fellow adventurers. Welcome to the MNmaxed podcast. We want to thank you for joining us today, and you do so as we continue the Extinction case. You might find that I am reading these announcements in a bit of a David Attenborough accent, and the explanation for that is really quite simple. I'm very bored. I'm not saying my David Attenborough is even very good, but here it is. The MNmaxed podcast would like to invite you to come join their Discord. It is an online social environment where you can speak with the members of the MNmaxed podcast and also over 100 active listeners of the show. It is, if you are interested in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, an excellent place to talk about the game. In addition, if you would like to render some financial support to MNmaxed, you may do so through Patreon. We have many patrons, and we appreciate you all. You really do help keep this show running. We would like to give a shout-out to all of our patrons at the big number level and above. Rock Jedi, Wolf, Blotimus Slump, Emily S., Jason K., Just Mike Works, and Ross D. And now, a recap of Session 51. What you see on the ground here is the corpse of a greater bar guest. He has been killed by an adventuring party. After killing the bar guest, the adventuring party makes friends with a couple new circus performers. They ask one of the workers where a Mistress Dusklight is. He tells them, but reveals that she has set it up to be fortified. However, the wizard uses a magic item called an insistent door knocker to make a door in the wall. The adventuring party pop in on Derricus, being nefarious. A fight is about to break out. The wizard drops a highly successful color spray. Derricus gets wrecked. So long, you smiling bastard.
Well, as you all are standing in this room, veiled with curtains, hours before dawn, Derricus is dead in the room.
Get fucked.
You have two doors in front of you.
Say we go west.
I'd say make sure you're 100% prepped and ready for shit to go down into this door.
Just keep making doors. Let's go outside again.
You can only use the insistent door knocker once a day.
Aw, nap time.
So is everybody ready? Does everybody have their shit prepared?
Yeah.
I mean, there's really not a whole lot we can do.
All right then. Who's our best at checking for traps?
Jeb.
I'll check some stuff here. All right.
But Moonlight will look it over. Moonlight gets a 19.
30.
Jebediah, you do not find any traps.
Convenient.
But Moonlight does with a 19.
Jeb, watch out.
But it's actually just a cobweb. Am I going to be the one to open the door, I suppose?
Do it up.
Jeb, do you want to be a little closer?
Yes, everybody get ready. Get where
Ready
you want
to charge in?
Place yourselves on the map.
I feel like shit's going to go down as soon as we open this door. Maybe not. Could be wrong. I open the door. Fuck it. The circus is here.
This large room is decorated with colorful curtains and low, comfortable furniture. An exquisitely carved mahogany four-poster bed stands in one corner, piled high with luxurious satin sheets, plump pillows, and a damask coverlet in midnight blue. Circus posters showing Mistress Dusklight's acts over many years as an acrobat, an animal trainer, a ringmaster, adorn the walls in gilded frames. And sitting in one of the chairs at the end of the room, with an end table in front of her, she looks up, surprised. Her tail writhes with agitation, and she stands, and she just goes, "You!" And she hisses, "You don't know when to stop, do you? Do you think killing me will make you better performers? Will your circus of washed-up wonders fare better without my competition?"
Washed up wonders.
Classic. Changing it.
I like it.
I have to know, do cat folk use litter boxes?
Does your feline lore cross into
Cat
folklore?
Well, here goes nothing. It's finally time.
Oh no.
Oh, 14. So yes.
I'll tell you this much. There are no litter boxes,
She keeps it hidden.
as any lady should.
Hearing Dusklight's voice, unless something else stops them, Moonlight will at least move up behind Peach Pie. Because I'm assuming we could all hear everything that Dusklight just said.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, we are here on an official capacity from Indera Poltrine. You are under arrest for colluding with the Zulgas.
And if I don't plan on coming with you?
We were authorized to kill you if necessary.
Suddenly her demeanor changes. Her eyes widen. She clutches her pearls, clutches her hands to her chest, and her expression of feigned terror, she says, "Help! Assassins!"
No, not assassins.
An ASMR man in shiny gold half plate comes out, and he draws his sword and turns to Peach Pie, and Mistress Dusklight says, "Miss Ale, these villains threaten to kill me and force my performers to join their second-rate show. Please don't let them ruin what I've built here." And Mazael draws his long sword
Not what
Points.
happened.
and points it at Peach Pie and says, "I won't let you hurt her. Leave now, or I'll end you."
She's under arrest.
"Nay, no, not my Mistress Dusklight under arrest. Foul knaves.
Yes, she was colluding with the Zulgas to destroy the city.
Have at thee." That's a bad transition into combat.
I loved it.
Moonlight just shakes their head like, well, okay.
Yes, this is how it's going then.
All right, I'd like for everyone to go ahead and give me their initiative rolls. I should be like super hyped for this because it's technically the end of Book 2 combat. Woo! Yeah! Roll for initiatives! Is that how they do it?
Yeah, dude.
Jeb with a 19 on the die starts off round 1.
Do I know this Ace anymore?
You don't recognize him, not from your time.
Perfect. I'll murder him. Yeah, so I guess I'll start a charge and move right up. I'm gonna run through her if anything stops me.
So it's like exactly 40 from where you were.
Son of a bitch.
He doesn't have an attack of opportunity.
Neither of them.
If he's a champion, of course he doesn't. The only two that get it are fucking barbarians and fighters.
Yeah.
Unless he takes like,
If he's a champion, he's garbage. So let's go.
Multiple dips into
into something.
fighter
Yeah.
or barbarian to get it.
Well,
I just love the idea. Jeb is now with his sudden charge, just fucking little dwarf legs flying, just runs all the way across the room and gets behind him.
Just waddling around. Alright,
so you how many actions to do that?
that's dose.
2 actions, so you run around to the
But it's swinging.
opposite side. Okay. Who are you swinging at?
Oh, the little cat lady. Oofta. That's not cool. How about a 28 to hit?
A 28 misses.
I guess I'll just attempt again with a less than anything good. And I'll concede my turn.
Okay, so Jebediah comes in swinging. Mistress Dusklight dodges out of the way of both of them gracefully. And she just goes, Jebediah, welcome back.
Yeah, that's not why I'm here.
Obviously.
It's not very good. I can't really intimidate when I basically swung at her and just blatantly missed. Like I almost dropped my weapon fighting there.
After Jebediah, it is Mistress Dusklight's turn. With her first action, she takes a 5-foot step back from Jebediah, closer towards Peach Pie, but to get away from Jebediah's reach, and is going to cast a spell on Jebediah. Give me a will save.
35.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
Yeah, that is
Strong.
a success. You do, however, still take an effect here. She's got her whip out, and she uses it as part of her semantic components on the spellcasting. You feel her digging into your brain with her spells and like showing you all of the things that she's done to animals through either herself or her underlings, like drilling those images into your mind, and you are stupefied too.
Stupefied?
Stupefied.
On a success?
Yes.
Stupefied's not. What does that do? Affect my casting?
So your thoughts and instincts are clouded. Stupefied always includes a value. You take a status penalty equal to this value on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma-based checks and DCs, including will saving throws, spell attack rolls, spell DCs, and skill checks. Anytime you attempt to cast a spell while stupefied, the spell is disrupted unless you succeed at a flat check of DC 5 plus the stupefied value.
Does it go down each turn like other ones? Might just be a duration on a spell.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
A success for like
Duration.
1 round. Or...
As varied. Oh, duh. For 1 round on a success. On a failure, you're stupefied 4 with an unlimited duration. Jebediah is taken aback by the assault on his mind, but steels himself. Peach Pie, it's your turn.
Luckily, Jebediah doesn't really cast spells.
That's true. I am pouring through my notes trying to find where you told us about it, and I can't find it. But somebody told us at one point that Dusklight did have, like an ASMR, essentially a paladin, but a champion with her. And I feel like, he's wearing like golden shining armor. He
Yep.
is obviously like archetypical, quintessential paladin good guy.
Oh, absolutely.
And I suspect that Dusklight has him under some kind of mind control thing.
Well, I will give you a free religion check here.
Religion check. Okay. Yeah, see what kind of holy symbols he might be wearing as a champion. 22.
You plainly see an emblem or a holy symbol of Shaylin.
Of Shaylin? Yeah, that makes sense. A Shaylinite would really like somebody like Mistress Dusklight.
She's the epitome of beauty and art.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Maybe he's just really enamored with her. Maybe she doesn't have him under a mind control thing. I don't know. Nonetheless, I feel as though all of this is just a touch outside of Peach Pie's ability to figure out. Bernard, on the other hand, I think would be very incredulous. I really just want to move up and attack Dusklight. But Bernard says, "Wait, Peach Pie, wait! Lazel! Certainly, you cannot be in league with this criminal. We are just here to arrest her, legally and lawfully. She is very evil, my friend. You should not be defending her. Please, defect."
Okay.
And if you'd like oh God, I'm so bad at this.
All right.
I can make a diplomacy check or something.
Well, here, I'll tell you what.
Unless you have Glad Hand, it takes a minute.
Oh, that's right. I can't even do it.
Well, here,
Just do it
no.
as a free action for flavor.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
If you want to use your turn to basically Bernard present evidence of Mistress Dusklight's guilt, you can attempt a diplomacy check to try to get him to stand down. Whether that's your diplomacy,
Very bad.
Is it very bad?
Very bad diplomacy. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have Bernard say that,
Okay.
but he's just not going to be able to control Peach Pie, who is going to take his turn to do Peach Pie things.
Got it.
Perhaps somebody who is good at diplomacy and such. Moonlight. So, action 1, rage. Action 2, get up on Dusklight, and I'm going to attack.
All right.
And I am going to get a 26 and miss. That is the end of my turn.
I love the image of Bernard trying to talk the paladin down as Peach Pie's running up and swinging.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. He doesn't quite have the control over Peach Pie he wishes sometimes.
Well, Peach Pie is now in a rage.
He is. A sad rage.
Then that brings us over to the wizard. It's your turn.
I can't see anybody from where I'm at, so I'm gonna have to move closer as my first action to the south side of the room where nobody is, since everybody's up in the northwest side. And I'm gonna drop a sudden bolt on Dusklight for my second and third action.
All right. She gets a 33 on her reflex save.
Is that a plus 23?
Ignore the numbers behind the curtain.
This is the boss.
Like, I was expecting it to be high, but I didn't think it was going to be over 20. I was expecting, I was expecting like 18, 19.
She needs a 2.
That's still half damage of 5d12. Not a bad roll. 34 damage, so half that.
So 17 electric damage to Mistress Dusklight. That brings us over to Moonlight. It's your turn.
So Moonlight's going the opposite route of Bernard. 33 to intimidate,
Okay.
demoralize.
And who you demoralizing?
Mazzeo.
Nazeo, the paladin. All right. Yeah. That's critical success.
It's a critical success?
Yeah. Yes.
Shit, I think that's Frightened 2. Yes, critical success, target becomes Frightened 2. Double check something. I have Terrified Retreat. When you critically succeed at the demoralize action, if the target's level is lower than yours, the target is fleeing for 1 round.
Okay. Okay. Fleeing for 1 round. If the target is a lower level than you.
If his level is lower than yours.
Solid. It is lower than yours. How are you going to intimidate the paladin into running away?
I mean, because realistically, Moonlight doesn't even actually have to say anything, but they will here. I'm sorry to have to do this to you, but we cannot have you interfering with us. And I will drop a Chilling Darkness on him.
Okay. Remind us of what Chilling Darkness does, because it hits.
Okay, Chilling Darkness, you shoot an utterly cold ray of darkness tinged with unholy energy. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. You deal 5d, or in this case it's actually a level 4 one. 7d6 cold damage plus 7d6 evil damage if the target is celestial.
Oh my
shit.
god. Oh my god.
Oh shit. Oh my god. Okay.
Damage if they're celestial.
An additional 7d6.
Oh my
evil
goodness
damage.
gracious.
Oh, I need to check into something real quick.
Do
So,
ASMRs count as
Is
celestial?
this
That's what I
ASMR
need.
celestial?
The answer is yes.
That's what I need to double check.
Tieflings are considered demons.
Yep.
I have no idea how to tell if they're like actually celestial. Is there like a tag it would have, or
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't have the celestial trait.
Yeah, then it might not be.
This ASMR does not. What I'm looking for is something more in the ASMR trait that would indicate they count as.
Yeah, you just gained the ASMR trait.
yeah, it says you're descended from celestial beings, but
It doesn't give you the celestial trait. It gives you the ASMR trait.
And I just want to look into Chilling Darkness real quick here.
yeah, it really does not say specifically.
It does not say if the target has the celestial trait.
Yeah, it just says if it is a celestial, but I have no idea.
I have this feeling that ASMRs just don't count as a celestial. But
That's what I'm seeing.
I don't.
That was a fantastic move, though, Swanee. I loved it.
I was just saying, I'm looking at Tiefling, and I guess it doesn't technically say, but like,
Yeah.
it's the same shit. Like, they are demon, like, they're born from demons. Like, I don't know.
I don't think you're going to be doing all that extra evil damage. Not to say that he won't be able to feel the evil coming from that Chilling Darkness.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Thanks. I don't get an extra double damage, basically.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, as much as I want you to have it, I agree as far as rules are concerned, it wouldn't work.
We've come to a ruling. ASMRs are not celestials in the realm of taking damage from Chilling Darkness. Let it stand.
I would have to agree. It's sad, but is what it is. We still do 25 cold damage to him, and he's frightened 2 and fleeing.
The room kind of dims a little as the spell gets cast, and the shadow pulses around Moonlight, and Nazael is absolutely terrified at the sight. Speaking of Nazael, his eyes go wide and he uses all 3 actions to flee into the only place that Moonlight's literally standing in the doorway to get out of here. But there's a side room that he had come from, and he runs into it with all of his actions, and that's his turn. Well, that's the bottom of round 1. That's going to take us up to the top of round 2. Jebediah, it's your turn.
I will conveniently step up here, and I will swing
Getting him flanking here.
at Mistress Dusklight with the measly 21.
21 does not hit.
And then I'll just make a little clicky noise just so she can see the beautiful creature that is Turtle. Turtle's not going to attack. She's just going to kind of corner Dusklight between Jeb, Peach Pie, and Turtle herself.
Okay, so she's up against a wall.
Yeah.
Peach Pie and Jebediah on one side, and Turtle preventing escape. She does look a little concerned. Her eyes do go wide, but she just hisses again.
Turtle does the same. Like she's also a cat. Except it's a lot louder.
Then that takes us over to Mistress Dusklight. Her situation is very interesting right now.
I mean, her bodyguard did just flee the room.
Yeah. She's going to use one action to use an ability called Beguile the Addled. Dusklight shoots a captivating look at one creature within 60 feet who must be stupefied. At the end of its next turn, the creature is fascinated by Mistress Dusklight and can't use hostile actions toward her.
But Jeb shouldn't be stupefied anymore.
Oh, it's one round. Ah, that's true. Shit, you're right. Well, never mind then. She is going to step twice. Once to the south of Jebediah, and one more time, again, out of Jebediah's threatened square, and then use her third action to dive into the room where Mazael is. From inside the room. How dare you leave me out there defenseless? Protect me! They're trying to kill me! Peach Pie, it's your turn.
I delay.
Okay. The Wizard, it's your turn.
Fireball. You know you want to, Ted.
I am going to move into position with my first action so I can see into that doorway. And I'm just going to fire a fireball right at Mistress Dusklight, like right in her face.
I can't see that room. How big is it?
Not
Like-
very. It's 10 feet wide and 20 feet deep. It's almost like a storeroom.
I'm going to blow up that storeroom. So reflex saves.
All right, let's see. Mistress Dusklight gets a 26, and Mazael gets a 20.
So she succeeds at the 26. It's a failure at the 20. So it'll be 66. Oh, really mediocrely. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. 66 is 16 total, so that means Mazael takes 16 damage and Dusklight takes 8. However, the imagery on that is just amazing. I always picture the fireball like as a little bead, a red bead that flies at them, and she's back there scolding him, and he looks afraid, and this fireball just goes off in the middle of them. Well, Moonlight, it's your turn.
Moonlight delays.
Moonlight delays as well.
I'll take my turn.
Peach Pie jumps in.
I move up, and I'm just going to spend 2 movement actions getting behind her.
Okay, so you're like weaving through them.
Yep, weaving through them. And I'm going to spend 1 action to attack her. I get a 30 to hit.
A 30 hits.
I will deal her 28 damage.
She's down, brushing all of the on-fire fur off of her face and putting all of it out. And then she looks up to Peach Pie coming around and just wham! Gets her right in the chest. Big hit from Peach Pie.
That is the end of my turn.
All right, then and I hate to do this to you now after the successful hit, but it's going to happen.
I have to roll for their stink.
What? No. This happens after an enemy damages one of Mazael's allies, and both you and the ally are within 15 feet. They're going to use Glimpse of Redemption.
Oh, God.
Hey, we know that.
We know Glimpse of Redemption. So either Mistress Dusklight is completely unharmed by the triggering damage or gains resistance 7, and then Peach Pie would become enfeebled 2 until the end of their next turn. It's either you deal no damage to Mistress Dusklight, or you deal damage but she gains resistance 7 to all of that damage, and you become enfeebled 2 until the end of your next turn.
I will have her not take the damage.
You have her not take the damage.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Mazael puts his hand up, and this like white goes off, like a sunburst almost from his hand, and Peach Pie looks and sees, trying to think of what's something very violent Peach Pie has done recently that he might regret.
Masturbated. It was really
So
violent.
fury. I rage every time.
Oh, violent.
And I can't stop raging until the enemies are gone, which of course, you know that.
Oh, wow.
Moonlight's gonna
Self-defense.
jump in.
Oh, Moonlight's jumping in. Behind Mazael or before Mazael's turn?
Before Mazael.
Before Mazael. Okay.
Yes. Seeing Peach Pie go in, Moonlight feels better about getting into range.
All right. Well, then, Moonlight, it's your turn.
So Moonlight will move over in front of Jeb, where they can see into that little cubby. I'm going to need a will save from... Oh, let's just go with Mazael.
Will save from Mazael. He gets a 21.
That is a failure. He is taken over with uncontrollable laughter while being afraid of me.
Oh my.
He is slowed 1 and can't use reactions.
Okay. Mazael, overcome with the sight of Moonlight re-entering his field of vision just as he's about to like come out of his absolute like running away, fleeing fear of Moonlight. Moonlight comes back into vision, and he just starts. Oh God! Oh, it's back!
I love that that's flavored as like terror laughter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Very good.
laughter, you're so afraid that you're gonna die.
Oh, he's got all that fear right now. Mazael's not like in the fetal position or anything, but loses his first action to slowed and laughing in fear. For his second action, he raises his shield, and with his third action, he slashes at Peach Pie with his longsword.
He's thirsty.
He's thirsty. Want some of that peach pie. Gets a 32 to hit.
Well, that will hit.
All right. You will deal Peach Pie 9 points of slashing damage.
Yawn.
Yawn indeed. Then after Mazael, we go back to the top of the order. Round 3. Jebediah, it's your turn.
I don't really know if I want to just get in that room. It's really a little tight at the moment. Alright, but I will just move up 20 feet here, and we'll attempt the same thing. Striking the flanked Dusklight here. Sweet. 25.
25 misses.
Alright, I'll just stack again, I guess.
Crit fish.
What's 11?
Wrong kind of crit.
Wrong kind of crit.
Wrong kind.
I did it!
Natural one fail. All right, then after Jebediah, it is Mistress Dusklight's turn. She is trying to figure out, has anyone actually, who's dealt her damage? Peach Pie would have, but he pulled back. She takes that as a moment of weakness from Peach Pie, him pulling back from his attack after getting the glimpse of redemption reaction thrown at him. She is going to cast a spell at you.
Cool. I attack of opportunity her.
All right, you do that.
Come on, nat 20.
Oh,
my God.
Jesus Christ. Way to call it, Swanee. Way to call it.
Oh, man.
So that is, in fact, a nat 20.
A natural
Critical hit brought to you by Fantasy Grounds.
So let's go through the things that are going to happen here. First, she's going to take 48 damage.
Okay, now...
Second,
Yep.
her spell is canceled. Third, she gets knocked prone,
She gets knocked prone.
which I always forget to do when I crit, but it should be happening every time I crit with his hammer.
Okay.
Knocked prone.
Well, Mistress Dusklight has this thing called steady spellcasting. If a reaction would disrupt her spellcasting, she attempts a DC 15 flat check. On a success, the action isn't disrupted.
Interesting.
Oh, okay. I've seen that.
So here comes 7 for the flat check.
Yeah, that's
She
a failure.
loses that spell. Oh, that was such a good one too. Perfect for Peach Pie's will saves.
You want to try that glimpse of redemption there, buddy?
He can't. I was gonna say that's the second thing is that Mazeo would be using his glimpse of redemption, but he's chuckling.
take reactions.
He can't take reactions. It's almost like that was planned.
He's chuckling in fear to himself.
Eat it, bitch.
Yeah. With that, she uses her third action to actually take a 5-foot step away from
Knocked
Peach.
prone.
She's knocked prone. Oh, fuck. She stands right back up. Wow. That was a whole negation of that entire round for her.
She's had 2 rounds totally negated. The one where she ran away and this one.
Oh, man.
I didn't expect making him run away would also
Make her run away.
make her lose an entire round too.
That's her HP buffer, man. And it worked for 1 hit. After Mistress Dusklight, the wizard, it's your turn.
I'm going to use a reach vampiric touch.
Mistress Dusklight, for her fortitude save, gets a 24.
That is a failure, so 66 negative damage. Extremely average. 21 damage.
21 damage. And you siphon that energy into her, from her into you.
Yep, and I get 10 temporary hit points.
She, I don't even know you! Who are you?
I don't know.
Just stops the wizard dead. Then, Peach Pie, it's your turn.
Yeah. Well, I suppose I'll just attack her a few times. Still flat-footed. Attack 1. A 28 to hit.
Oh, a 28 hits because
As a flat-footed.
she's flat-footed.
I will deal her 19 damage.
19 damage.
I will attack a second time. Gonna miss. I will attack a third time. Gonna miss. Done.
All right. Peach Pie smacks her good once more.
I
Moonlight.
smack her okay.
You smack her okay. Yeah, it's true. 1 and a 6 on the D12s. Then Moonlight, it's your turn.
First action, Moonlight will sustain that hideous laughter on Mr. Mazale. Alright, I haven't really used this one at all, as far as I can tell.
Is this a new spell?
Yeah, I don't think I've used it. So I'm going to need a will save from Dusklight.
Okay. Mistress Dusklight gets a 33 on her will save.
Alright, so that is a success. So this is Blistering Invective.
Oh, I think this is the first time we've seen it.
Now, I'm not very good at heaping insults. So what Moonlight will just say something like, "Our show is always better than yours. It always has been. It always will be."
You can just be like, "Oi, cunt!"
So, I mean, it's not a great spell, but so on a
she succeeded.
success,
Yeah,
the
what
target takes half the persistent damage. So the words burn her, dealing should be 2d6 persistent fire damage, but since she succeeded, it's only 1d6 persistent. Wasn't a great spell, but there we go.
Hey, we get to mock Dusklight. We have Mazale, who is like buckled over. Not like he's not prone or anything, but he's doubled over laughing, like holding up his shield. And he is just like in fear. Oh God, I'm gonna die. And loses his first action. Uses his second action to continue to raise his shield. Specifically like averting. Actually, that's it. He's going to use the basic action, Avert Gaze.
Does that work?
He loses his first action, raises his shield for his second action, and for his third action, averts his gaze from Moonlight, giving him a +2 circumstance bonus against saves that require you to look at a creature or object.
That does literally nothing for him.
I know.
He thinks it might.
He thinks it might.
And he keeps raising his shield, even though he can't take reactions, so, you know, whatever.
I know he can't shield block, he can't glimpse of redemption. It's terrible.
Still gives him an AC.
Still gives him
bonus.
AC. Yeah, that's true.
He's not in the mental position to plan very well. He is scared and laughing. I think his fear ends this turn, but we go up to the top of round 4. Jebediah, it's your turn.
Jebediah, who has done little to nothing, will attack Dusklight with a 30.
Hey, that hits.
Yippee-ki-yay. Oh, 14 damage.
14 damage. She gets sliced.
I'll do some Thor shit here and sudden bolt.
Sudden bolt, huh? All right, then she needs to give you a reflex save. Well, she gets a 34 to save.
Well, here is 12 damage. That's all I got.
Then after Jebediah just gets her with that bolt of lightning from the war axe, Mistress Dusklight, it's her turn. She holds up her hands against Moonlight and goes, No, the way you do things is just silly. No, you're in a circus of love and kindness. No, performance needs discipline. She is going to cast a spell.
I take my attack of opportunity on her.
I hope you don't mind, David. She's smart enough this second time around to step back first. And that's what she's going to do. She's going to step back first.
I am certain she is smart enough to figure that out.
She's smart enough to do at least that. She's going to step back away from Peach Pie. She's still adjacent to Jeb. We'll cast a spell at Peach Pie. Go ahead and give me a will save.
28.
Okay, a 28 fails. She's casting the spell Crushing Despair at you.
Sounds about right.
Peach Pie gets a +2 to that because he's already under crushing despair.
All right, Peach Pie, for 1 minute, you cannot use reactions, and you must attempt another save at the start of your turn. On a failure, it is slowed 1 for that term as it sobs uncontrollably.
This is thematically appropriate.
That's so Peach Pie.
That's every turn. That's every turn for 1 minute. So 10 rounds. You have to make a will save at the beginning of your turn, and if you fail, then you are slowed 1 as you sob uncontrollably.
Yeah. We're all right with this.
We're on the right page here. Then after Mistress Dusklight, she's going to physically burn from Moonlight's diss. She takes 2 points of fire damage and only gets an 11 on the recovery check against the persistent damage. Then after her, it's the wizard's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my first action to walk up next to Mistress Dusklight, and I'll pull the... I had manacles on me, right? Yeah, okay, I still have manacles. Pull out the manacles that were in my sleeves, drop them on the ground, and say, if you don't want to die, you might want to put these on and just give up. That's my turn.
When you throw the manacles down at her feet, she looks down at the manacles and then looks up at you and hisses once more. I will never give myself up to you! Never!
Hey.
I mean, I'd at least try, otherwise we're really fucking evil still.
Peach Pie, it's your turn.
So I need to make a will save at the beginning of my turn, right?
That's correct.
I get a 17.
You fail. There is no critical fail within the verbiage of the spell for Crushing Despair. So you were slowed 1 this turn, and you lose a round to sobbing uncontrollably.
All right, so Peach Pie spends his first action sobbing uncontrollably. Just hates to destroy these artistic people. But then with his second action, he will move north and get to the northwest of Mistress Dusklight to really kind of cut her off from escaping this little storeroom that she's in. Then as a free action, I will ask her, are you going to surrender?
No, Peach Pie, never! You would be nothing without me!
And then you're going to die. And I attack her. I get a 27.
Yep, 27 misses.
That is the end of my turn.
Moonlight, it's your turn. The only one not in this little tiny storeroom.
Does 29 beat her will DC?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, she's frightened 1. So Moonlight is just gonna look at Mistress Dusklight and be like, tell me, mistress, am I everything you hoped I would be?
I love it. Hero point.
Then I need another will save.
Another will save. All right. She gets a 27.
Oh, that is just barely a success. I dropped Phantasmal Killer on her.
Oh. We've learned even on a success that's pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, she's already frightened 1, so that's not going to do anything, but she is going to take 4d6 mental damage. Nothing crazy, only 19 damage.
Pretty decent rolls, though.
Yeah, it's 2 6s, a 4, and a 3, so.
You rolled higher on 46 than I've been rolling on 66, so.
That's true.
And I do not sustain my spell on Mazael.
Okay. The Mazael, who is just in the back of the room, the storeroom. Right now, it's the wizard, Peach Pie, Jeb, and Dusklight, all of the entrance of the storeroom. Mazael's just in the back of it, holding his shield up. And he stops laughing, and he stands up. And he says to Dusklight, Mistress Dusklight, please, give up to them. Evildoers they may be, but they will surely kill you. And he spends his first action, getting closer to Dusklight, his second action kind of stabbing at Jebediah with his longsword. Ooh, and actually gets him with a 31 to hit, which is gonna deal Jeb 14 points of piercing damage. And his third action to hoist his shield up. And he's not in a good position for it, but he really tries to find a way to get it between you all and her. Which takes us up to the top of round 5. Jebediah, it's your turn.
I will strike at Dusklight again, and can't really get flanking, so we'll just attack. Not good. How about
Damn, Jeb.
23 to hit?
23 misses.
I do it again.
Oof.
About a 17.
17 also misses.
All right. How about a 9? I am not good this combat. Deuces.
Deuces indeed. Jeb swings 3 times, misses 3 times. Dusklight is just in her panic to stay alive, stepping aside of each of those things. Then that brings us over to Mistress Dusklight. For her first action, she is going to tumble through the wizard's square, which will be against the wizard's reflex
That
DC.
doesn't stop her from taking an attack of opportunity.
Nope, it doesn't.
No, it absolutely doesn't. She's just trying to get out of this room. I suppose Peach Pie will get the chance for an attack of opportunity before whatever she does resolves.
Okay. I will take that now then. 29 hits.
29 hits because she is
Frightened bitches!
Well done, Moonlight. Let's deal her 33 damage.
Oh my god.
Peach Pie on her turn. She looks frantically at the 3 of you who are basically blocking her exit, and back at Mazael, and she kind of sneers at him for being so pathetic and unable to really help, and goes to dive through the wizard square and just goes, "You second-rate performers! No, you will not take my circus!" And she goes to dive, and Peach Pie, if you have a one-liner here,
Show's over.
pummels her into the ground. She is dying. 1. And then takes persistent fire damage at the end of her turn. Ooh, she succeeds on removing the persistent fire damage, but she still takes
dying
4.
too.
She goes down to dying 2. And it's the wizard's turn.
Yeah, she really should have just surrendered. A magic missile and hit her with 1 missile and the other 2 on him.
Oh, shit. So she goes to dying 3,
Yeah.
and then the other 2 on Mazael, huh?
Yeah. 9 damage to him.
Then after the wizard, Peach Pie.
Do I still have that spell on me, or with her death does it go away? Or she sustained? No, it lasts for a minute, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just has a duration of 1 minute.
I make my will save, and I get a 25.
That does not succeed.
Oh, I'm sorry. It had to come to this. I say, as a free action, after spending my first action, sobbing uncontrollably. With my second action, I move up to Mazael, and with my third action, I attack him, and I get a 27 to hit,
27 hits.
and I deal him 27 damage.
Well, he does have his shield up, and he's no longer laughing.
Right.
So he uses his shield block reaction, taking an amount of damage up to the shield's hardness. Ooh, that would leave him at 1 hit point.
Shield, is that shitty? It's only got 5 hardness.
Yeah. Raises his shield just in time and takes the majority of that blow. Not the majority of it, enough of it to keep him standing. The hammer pushes his shield back into his head, and it tears this gash in his forehead.
Please feel free to surrender.
Moonlight, it's your turn.
Sorry, Wiz. I cast Grim Tendrils.
Why? The dude is 1 HP and she's dying 3.
Yep.
Well, there is a line that is the wizard, Mistress Dusklight, and Mazael.
They only need to give me fortitude saves.
Mazael gets an 18.
It's a failure.
Mistress Dusklight gets a 21.
Also a failure.
Wizard, what'd you get?
31.
It was only a level 1.
I may have had 10 temporary hit points still, so it's whatever.
So,
Oh, man.
Mazael and Dusklight both take 5 damage.
Which is enough to kill Mistress Dusklight outright, because it puts her at dying 4. Mazael goes down to dying 1.
I only have 8 temporary hit points now.
Moonlight, I have to see you're choosing to put the wizard in danger, as little danger as it may have been, but specifically to kill Dusklight and Mazael.
I mean, to kill Dusklight. And also, and to take down Mazael. I figured Mazael wouldn't just die from it. We can deal with Mazael, but I didn't want anybody stopping Dusklight from dying.
Bro, your tendrils try to cop a feel. They just went right up my cloak. Like, that's too far, man.
I think in Moonlight's just anger at Dusklight, they don't even respond to you. Moonlight's just, like, fixated staring at Dusklight. They aren't seeing anything. They're looking right through the whiz, basically.
When the tendrils hit Dusklight, and you end up taking the last of her life from her, you kill her with that blow. Even after, like, the magic missile hit her, that's the one that puts her under. And everybody feels it. This big, like, reverberation happens from Moonlight, and everybody needs to give me a fortitude save.
Oh, God.
I roll a natural. Oh, my God.
We all fucking
Oh, my
fail.
God. Those are terrible.
Except for possibly Jeb.
No, Jeb fails this one too.
Party line.
So, Moonlight, you feel like you have an ability that you really you haven't fully explored yet. You see the spirit of anybody. What's the name of that ability again? Can you just give me a...
Soul sight,
So, Soul Sight allows you to see...
which gives me spirit sense.
Spirit sense, okay. So, as an imprecise sense, you can, like, see yourself with a precise sense, but you can also feel yourself, too. You know of your own existence. You sense that. But in that moment, this, like, another spirit kind of, I dare say it, suddenly comes into in existence, perpendicular to your own. And you become drained 2 on your critical fail on the fortitude save.
I debated hero pointing it, but I'm like, no, I feel like I should fail this. Is this
The
going
wizard-
against my will DC?
It is your
Or
will DC.
against my caster DC?
Your caster DC. What is your caster DC?
26.
26. So that means that the wizard also critically fails and is drained 2.
Again?
Again.
God damn it. I did say this happens all the time.
See?
When that first happened.
That's true, you did.
You guys made me do a bluff check, but now, like, it does happen all the time.
Wiz, this one wasn't my fault.
I also question why, like, I have the lowest fucking will save out of everybody.
As a wizard.
What's your wisdom?
Wait, was it supposed to be fortitude or will?
Yeah, it's fortitude.
I said
Fortitude.
fortitude. Yeah, it's
Okay.
fortitude save.
Yeah, it was fortitude.
I don't know,
why I got-
sorcerer gets expert in fortitude save, which is really weird to me. I don't quite understand why.
book-learned guy doesn't have as much fortitude as the innate spellcaster, that absolutely makes sense. At least not.
Well, because I don't have to spend my time studying, so I could realistically be doing anything I wanted. Whereas you wizards are like all like, oh, let's read a book. Let's throw them around.
Is Mazael still alive, or is he dead?
Mazael is still alive. He's dying too.
All right. If I get the opportunity, I would battle medicine him and then manacle him.
Well, he does get one.
No, he never goes because he goes right. He would move to right before me.
Oh, yeah. Because you're the one that killed him. So, let's see.
Knocked him unconscious.
Sorry. So you would get the opportunity to attempt to heal him before his death saving throw.
Anybody else going to do anything, or just me?
I'm gonna look for some food.
Peach Pie, go ahead and make that roll.
Since it's only one action, I'm going to spend an action to like kneel down on him and knock his sword away.
Well, I mean,
before doing this,
5 feet away is a set of manacles.
Could I grab the manacles, put them on him, and battle medicine him all in one round?
I don't think so. Manacles are an exploration
I-
activity, if I recall.
I knock his sword away and I like kneel down on his chest, and I will heal him for 11. And after I do that, I'll look at Moonlight. Is it very clear that this weird, sickening energy came from Moonlight?
You have sight on Moonlight. What sort of reaction physically does Moonlight have to this thing that just happened?
Well, I mean, the problem is I don't know enough myself about what it was to know, like did it physically do anything to me? Like, I could, I sensed this other being there.
And it, well, you with your spirit link or sight, and it drained, like it popping into existence caused that wave. You can coincide it coming into being and this wave coming from you or it, maybe, at the same time.
But it's gone again, or is it
No,
still
it's
there?
still there if you were to look now after the fact. So what would Moonlight do after seeing that?
I mean, being drained too, I feel like Moonlight would be like kind of like that pose where like they're down on one knee with a hand on the ground, kind of like exhausted. They look around, like I sense this other being. Do I need to make like a seek check, like a perception check to like see that it's like actually in, like with me or
To
in me,
pinpoint it?
like,
I mean, yeah,
pinpoint
it is an imprecise sense, so technically, yes.
21. I mean, I don't know what kind of check you're gonna.
I mean, your DC is going to be heavily reduced because it's part of yourself, right? It's inside your own physical body. You don't feel like anything is like occupying space in your brain. Nothing's occupying your thought space, but you definitely feel like your vessel is now holding two spirits, two souls.
Right. So yeah, Moonlight's just so down on like one knee, hand on the ground, just in that like exhausted, panting, almost like panting, like. Because I mean, for one, they just killed one of the people that tormented them, but then also this other thing happening. But at the same time, they're kind of looking around like, what just happened? They look really confused.
So I wouldn't imagine that, Peach Pie, that there's an obvious... You know it came from Moonlight's direction, as far as your senses of it are concerned.
And you can see that Moonlight is kind of looking around, confused.
Then I would, I guess, look over at Moonlight right after I heal up Mazael and be confused about what's going on, but take no further action.
Anyone else?
I think we're waiting to see what Mazael does.
Well, I mean, he's healed, but I'm going to say he's unconscious right now.
Oh, okay, you're going to let him stay unconscious? Okay.
I'm letting him stay unconscious. He's got his shit rocked.
Loot!
Manacle, loot.
Yeah, manacle him up.
Take all of his stuff off him and then manacle him.
All right.
Not that any of us wear that kind of armor.
At all. Okay, so you take this time ignoring the thing that just happened to everybody. Like, I for some reason, I imagine you all like getting up and looking at each other and going, shrugging, and then moving about your day.
Yeah, like Moonlight's not going to talk about it.
And this shit happens all the time.
The wizard has said that before.
That's true.
Such a weird group. Like, I literally just attacked the Wiz, and he's like, hey, trying to cop a feel here?
It didn't even really do much of anything for damage, which is, I think, it didn't even get through the temporary HP that he got.
Like, I mean, Moonlight wasn't going for, like, just all-out hurting Dusklight. They were just going for finishing him off. So, I mean, they're not that, like, blood-crazed, blood-hungry or anything like that.
It's an act of cold hatred.
Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't have done it, but I also knew the Mazael was almost... I mean, I could see he was on his last leg, and I wanted to knock him unconscious so that we could get him manacled and whatnot. I really didn't figure it would kill him, and it didn't, so...
So did you know I had temporary hit points when you
No, I had
me?
no idea you had temporary hit points.
Okay. I had a feeling.
Nope. That was... Like you said, it was cold, but it was calculated. It was not a bloodlust.
Apparently not that calculated.
2d4 damage. It wasn't going to do that much to you.
Like how I'm bitching when I fireballed like half the party once.
Yeah.
That happens often enough. All right, so let's talk about unconscious Mazael first or Mistress Dusklight first.
I feel like we have to strip Mazael of his armor and stuff, so probably him first.
Let's get Mazael out of the way.
Okay, you guys strip the creepy white looking dude. I'll search the cat. I got this.
You're going to pat the cat lady down?
Yeah.
All right, Mazael's got bolts, a crossbow, half plate, a long sword, and a steel shield with some damage on it. Not much there. Not much
Broken.
there. Is it broken?
Yeah, I mean, it can block as much as it has hardness, but then it's broken.
The wizard goes to pat Dusklight down, and the wizard's spell slime pops out of the sleeve, enamored with 2-3 magical items on Dusklight's body, and kind of points to the whip and then to 2 wands, alternating.
Yeah, grab them all. I'm assuming I don't have time to check out all the shit, because we have about like 7 or 6 magical items we have to check.
Yeah, you've got a lot that you have to check.
I'd like to do that at some point.
There are 2 wands. She's also wearing studded leather armor. She has a whip that is magical and 2 religious symbols. 1 religious symbol of Erodin and 1 religious symbol of Zevgavizeb.
I tossed those to Moonlight.
Moonlight takes them. Specifically because they were on Dusklight. It is too bad that Savatri's not here for that whip, though.
Oh, can I tell you the whip's name? It's the Whip of Compliance. It's a hefty price tag, 3,000 gold. This thing is worth. As a single action and command, until the end of your current turn, any animals you strike with the whip must attempt a DC 25 will save, which she didn't get a chance to use really, because Turtle really showed up for a little bit, but then wasn't a part of the fight much afterwards. Oh, on a fail or critically failed saving throw, the whip casts a 4th level suggestion spell on the animal. It's a +1 striking whip. So everybody's just kind of pulling the items off of the enemy's bodies and awkwardly not talking to each other, as they all feel drained, some more than others.
Moonlight's hanging out with Turtle out here. They don't really care what's on the bodies right now.
I bag everything up.
I retire.
So like, are we supposed to go get what's her face now? And like, do we need the body? Should we like decapitate her and bring the head back for proof?
Oh yeah, I suppose we should take the body. Can you put that in your sleeves, wizard?
I don't think I can fit that in my wizard sleeve, but I might be able to fit her in my bag.
Just toss her dead body in the bag of holding.
Do you wrap it in some way, or do you just unceremoniously dump her body into the bag?
I mean, if no one tells me to do it differently, I'm just going to shove it into the bag.
I ain't gonna tell you to do it differently.
I don't give a shit what you do with your bag of holding.
I'm trying to think of how would you put a body into a bag of holding? I would imagine like you lift the legs up, and you put the bag around the feet.
I was thinking head first, man.
Head first, you're thinking?
Yeah, I really see the Wiz just
Leg
kind of
first.
stuffing it in there.
Leg first is so difficult. Like, I'm thinking head first. Like, I just take the bag, like, open it up around her head and just start, like, shimmying her into it.
Like, I mean, come on. A baby doesn't come out leg first. It comes out head first, cut for a reason.
Oh, yeah, all right. So you shove Mistress Dusklight's body into your bag of holding with some of your loot, and
Very unceremoniously.
Very unceremoniously. And Mazael's unconscious body is in the storage.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else comes, I think we wait for Mazael to come to after we manacle him. And does anybody else want to do anything else?
Well, I mean, like 10 minutes of time is normally unconscious when you come to on your own, when you have hit points.
Yeah. Maybe we could pour some water on him or something, or slap him in the cheek a little bit. Like, hey.
See, on his turn, he was going to go down on both of his knees and mourn the loss of beauty and grace.
Now he's going to wake up and she's gone.
Yeah, I will pull out one of my flowers, and I will hold it in front of his face and have it squirt him with water.
He spittles and looks around. He looks down at his manacles. What have you done? Where is she?
Oh, she's in here. I hold up my bag.
I'm sorry, she's dead.
You killed her? Oh, Shannon, why?
Because she deserved it.
She was beauty. She was grace.
There's more to life than beauty.
You can now praise my cat.
She was ours. You've killed her, you monsters. Who are you?
The
Circus of Wayward Wonders.
The rival circus. Why would you come here and kill her? Why?
I told you this already. Because she was wanted by the police for colluding with the Zelgats.
What? I'm sorry, I was in righteous paladin mode. I wasn't really listening to anything you were saying.
Mazael. Dusklight was very evil.
What?
We'll tell you all about it.
But...
You know it in your heart, don't you? You knew it all along, but you were entranced by her beauty and artistic ability.
No. What? No.
Love blinded you.
No, show me proof. Show me proof. I can't. No, I don't believe you.
I show him the warrant for her arrest.
And you still have her walking stick, too. You can tell him where you found that shit.
Yeah, he's not going to believe that. But so I show him the warrant, and also tell him, you can come with us to Andera. She can show you the proof.
I can't believe it. Why does it have to be you?
What does it matter who it was?
Okay, fine. What do you want me to do?
Will you attack us if we let you go?
Why? This clearly has you written as a lawful arm of Escadar.
So you will not attack us if we let you go.
The big snot bubble pops out of his nose. No, I won't. I won't attack you.
I unmanacle him. Go find someone better to idolize.
And he rubs his wrists tenderly.
Unless, would you like to work security for our circus?
I don't think.
There is some wonderful art there.
And very beautiful women. I'm sorry none of them are cats, though.
I don't think I will. I think, if you don't mind,
Was the cat
None
thing
of
the
them
deal
has a
breaker?
snake.
I think, if it's all the same to you, I'd like to lay in her bed one last time.
That's very strange.
Yeah, it's super creepy, dude. Like she's dead. Like you're gonna go lay in a dead lady's bed.
Yes, please.
Alright, just wait for us to leave before you take your arm. Wait, we've already taken your armor. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're not getting your stuff back. I already put it away.
I've been stripped bare. Both from my soul.
God, that just made this really much more strange.
Oh, we left your half plate. We didn't really see the value in it.
I don't even want to put it down right now.
Wait, did we even take any of his stuff?
Wait, maybe we didn't take his shit.
I think we ditched all of it.
I think
took it all.
I think we
and then
took it
I
off.
deleted all of it.
So we
I
just
feel like we
tossed
would
all
have taken it
corner.
off. I think we would have taken it off just so that he didn't have it for protection purposes if he decided to do something stupid. But
You guys want to
it's
handcuff
all
him to
it's all in the corner. Handcuff him to the bed.
handcuff him to a bedpost, or what do you want to do with him here?
I'm
Seems
letting
fitting,
him
but-
go. I don't care. Oh, I mean, unless Moonlight has something.
No, Moonlight doesn't care about this guy at all.
He stands up and kind of crouch runs over to the bed and just kind of lands in it and starts sobbing. It's all very pathetic.
Which bed is this?
The 4-poster bed and
The one in the corner.
The one in the corner.
It's a nice looking bed.
Right here. Meanwhile, Wizard, your spell slime, points out magic in the corner.
I walk over and check out what it is.
You find there actually is another moonstone diadem in here.
Oh yeah, those fucking crowns from the fucking statues that I bet she took.
Yeah.
Is it fucking what?
Are there
was
any
it?
masks? We need the
Masks,
masks.
not
There are,
crowns,
well,
masks.
the moonstone diadem. That's the thing, that's the circlet that Moonlight is currently wearing, right?
Yes, very much so. Wiz, I think this would look good on you.
Yeah, I'm totally putting it on. We haven't found those masks at all, though, right?
You actually do find both of the masks for the missing masks from the Temple of Eridan in the Moonstone Hall.
The magical?
They absolutely are.
Sweet. I have so much shit to make checks on.
On top of that, you also find a couple of a vial of some unknown liquid. It's bright green. She's got some really fancy frames around her posters. Those are really nice. They're like gilded in gold and things like that.
I suspect that at some point we are going to like come here with wagons and just take literally everything we want and apportion it to our circus.
I mean, I feel like we might want to take the valuables right now, though, just in case.
All right.
So I'm pretty sure the Wiz went and laid down in bed while What's-His-Face was in there. And then I went and searched the corner, and then I noticed all the valuable shit, like the frames and everything. And I'm just going to start shoveling shit into my bag.
Moonlight will search the room. Are there any good books?
No.
Oh, that's too
No, you're not a reader, but she doesn't even have. There's no bookshelf.
You
in
know
here.
that reading isn't the criteria Moonlight has for books.
I know that, but there are no books in here.
Are they heavy? Do they have any metal corners?
They
No,
glow.
no nice bludgeony books. Not here.
Shame. I really wanted to hit her with a book to kill her, but I needed something that would actually do at least some damage, and I knew she had a high AC, so I didn't do a book. So what is this building made out of?
It's like it's a wooden, like it would look like a wooden warehouse almost, like a wooden warehouse that's converted into, the interior.
So we literally do not even have to go through the rest of this building. We can just make
No,
a
you do.
whole.
No, you can't,
Why?
because you can only use it once a day.
It's a wooden fucking building. I know a dude with a big axe.
Oh, dude.
Oh, I see.
I know a guy.
I know a guy. All right.
He can The Shining a door through.
I want to point out here for the wizard, there's 110 gold worth of fine clothing.
Yeah,
Taking all of it.
And so we have reached the end of the Mistress Dusklight saga, but we have not yet fully escaped from the Celestial Menagerie. What other dangers yet lay ahead? Join us next week to find out as we continue the Extinction Curse. And until then, may you have many great adventures of your own.
It's your turn.